Hello and welcome to the Happy, Healthy, Strong podcast. This is a podcast dedicated to helping you live a happier, healthier, and stronger life. Building a life that you love starts with you owning your health and intentionally creating the best version of yourself. So if you're looking to better understand how proper nutrition, daily movement, mindset work, and strength training can help you create a life full of happiness and health, then you are in the right place. I generally hope that the tips, tricks, and information that we share will be the catalyst for change. I'm your host, Adam Lane. It's time to dive in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Happy, Healthy, Strong podcast. I'm your host, Adam Lane. With me today for part 4 of our mental health series.
Great.
Stacey Keller.
Hi.
Stacey, thanks for joining us.
Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year.
My gosh.
Look at this, 2026.
It's nuts.
Sounds like it's in the future.
Oh, no.
Remember
we have goals for 2026.
Remember 1999 when the internet was going to explode?
Oh my gosh.
And, yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Everything was going to fall apart?
Vividly, like it was yesterday.
Yeah, and so many things have changed.
So many things have changed.
Many things. We're still here.
Who would have thought?
We're kicking.
We're
kicking. And isn't it fun? Isn't it fun? So you had a good New Year's?
Yeah. I mean, I was in bed at 10:06, but yes, it was good.
Yeah. It's a fun and exciting. I have big goals for this year. Do you have big goals?
I do.
I mean, I have goals every day.
Yeah.
Just to get out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, goals for my clinic and for myself and for my family.
Yeah.
You build like
Same.
that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it weird?
Yes.
And then I have goals that I apply to my patients. They don't even know it yet. They don't even know that I have goals for them.
Yeah.
But when they come in, I'm like, look, this is your year. We're making some changes.
Yeah. Get ready.
Get ready.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun though?
It is.
I love it.
It is. I'm curious to know. It's interesting. I think the communication of those goals are always a thing because.
Oh, yeah.
It's
well, it can come across as a goal or it can come across as a directive. You're going to do this.
Yeah.
Goals are just goals,
yeah.
right? We try, we strive. In physical fitness, we strive to do something. Like your goal could be to hold a plank for 4 minutes or whatever it may be. It's a goal. Yeah. It's not a, do it or don't.
Yeah.
Be shunned for not achieving it.
Well,
you don't do that.
Well, I think it's funny because we were just talking about the presentation I did down in Kansas City. And one of the big things that we do with our youth programming is that we record lots of data.
Yeah.
We have laser timers and force plates and, vertex where kids jump and they try to, and we can always do this, but we now write everything down. So we're able to be like, hey, it used to be just warm fuzzies. Like, oh, good job. Keep working. Like, hey, that's 9-6. Great job. But I wouldn't write it down. They might remember, they might not. Most kids don't,
No. Not when they're in practice.
But then I think it's the same thing with adults too. Hey, if we're going to measure, and this is where some people get competitive with the weight on the bar, which I think at our age is less important.
Just showing up is more important.
Showing up is more important. And that's the thing. We have this, and it's fun on our little Oak Strength app. We have our little committed club.
Love it.
Where if you come to the gym 12 times in a month, on the next month, like, hey,
I have a lot of
Ken's in the committed club. And
that's awesome.
That's all I care about. I don't care how much Ken deadlifts, I care that Ken showed up 12 times, 3 days a week for 4 weeks. Ken, attaboy, boy. Like now we're doing something. So I think it's, so yes, with the goals and
I love it.
And having stuff to measure and to see, to see what you're doing and to see yourself get better and feel better.
The writing down, and sometimes, so like with my weight management program, I do measurements every 4 weeks. There's a lot of accountability there. Mm-hmm. And they'll look back, and I keep it for however long they're in the program and then beyond. And they'll take pictures with their phone and they got to put this up on their fridge or they want to look and see. And I'm like, yeah, this is how it works. Yeah. Utilizing the body mass index and doing the the skeletal muscle reads and such like that. These are things that are, data. Yeah. We're data driven. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Why not? Yeah. If it can push us to the next level, be data driven. Yeah. Yeah. However you get it. Yeah. Whatever. I just, it's nice to know where you are. And honestly, even if, as people get older, I just watched Peter Attia on the, what was he on the 60 Minutes show, whatnot, talking about he's like, really at the age of 75, everybody falls off. Like you fall at 75. And
the question is, how quickly do you fall? Is it a steep or is it a gradual that you will go down? Your VO2 max will go down. Your whatever absolute strength will go down. But in what way? And if you're measuring it now you're able to to understand, like, oh yeah, maybe I'm not squatting what I was 10 years ago, and that's okay, and that's smart, and that's
But you're doing it.
So that's the thing, and also to know that, hey, I'm not going to try to jump back to I used to deadlift 500. Well, that was 10 years ago, before you had kids and you've been at a desk job the last,
before you had reconstructive surgery or whatever because of an injury.
Yeah.
I think too, we can see that in the way we live life outside of fitness.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, let's face it. We all had holidays.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't go away. Some people live for the holidays because of, family. Some people live for the holidays for whatever. But what we know as a fact is during the holidays, there's this food thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And, I tell my patients, and I've said this a couple times, is that, it's a day, it's a holiday, not a hollow month or a hollow week or a weekend. It's a holiday. But that doesn't always seem to get to our brain or our gut as we go to events and, family houses, parties, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? We always have tomorrow. Yeah. And like what you said, show up. So show up and eat better after a bad day or a day that probably shouldn't have happened in the way that it did. Or if you do overindulge in one thing or the other, whether it be alcohol or food or sweets or whatever it may be, or just pure laziness, which let's all face it, we do this. Yeah. Then the next day, show up. Yeah. Show up for you, your brain, your gut, your muscles. Show up and sleep better, all these things. And, that kind of, I think now that we're done with the amazing celebration of our holidays, I think we're going to have more showing up. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be a resolution. Doesn't have to be that. It just has to be get up, do something, go forward. Yeah. Don't go backwards. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, you see that in the fitness world. Yep. Like you said, Ken showed up 12 days out of the month. That's impressive. Yeah. But would you have
Ken's
been
an impressive guy, Ken. Attaboy.
There you go. See, but would you have been any less impressed if he showed up for 9? No, because he showed up. Yeah. And that's kind of the thing that you do in your health and wellness across the board. Yeah. Just show up. You skimp out on dinner one night and God forbid you make macaroni and cheese and hot dogs for the kids. I don't even think people eat that stuff anymore. But the next day they have green beans, I have a little tossed salad, and they have a grilled chicken breast. Boom. Yeah. Show up. Right, it's okay. Yep. It's okay. You're allowed a moment because if we didn't have that, then we wouldn't be us. Yeah. Right. I mean, willpower is a thing, but we also are human. Yeah. So, but that kind of brings us back to what we were talking about. Yeah. Well, and it's interesting. So it's funny that you say all that and I'm trying to, I don't know the order of how these podcasts will come out. I just did some podcasts with Crystal Bullock, and we're talking about, because she is not a fan of, new year, new you, here we go. I'm not a big resolution person. And that's fine. Start, I don't know, anytime. But you need a shady tree. The best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago. When's the next best time? Well, right now, here we go. And you can keep kicking the can down there. Oh, next Monday I'll do it. Oh, hey, and then whatever. People have asked me like, oh, you guys get a lot of people coming in January. I'm like, we really don't. No. Because we're not that type of gym. Like the Planet Fitness is that type of gym. The new Vasa gym down the street, which looks amazing. Oh my gosh, it looks incredible. I've not been in there yet. It looks. I hear there's a pool coming. If there's a pool, I might get a membership. Oh please! It just because I haven't swam in a long time. I love the pool, and I just don't have time for it, and places and convenience, and it's always the thing. But like those types of gyms that are cheaper and whatnot, they'll get the people. We usually see our little uptick in February because the people tried to do their own thing for a month. It failed. And then they're like, okay, maybe I need a little bit more guidance. And that's obviously, I just need somebody to kind of hold my hand a little while. Give me some structure. And I think a lot of people need that. That's why when it comes to AI and stuff like that, I'm really not worried about
our gym and what we're doing. And
I mean, I worry about it only in the sense that, I worry about other industries a lot, but the personal aspect of that, I don't think would be as impactful. What I do look forward to is I love the education that people are coming away with.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not afraid of that.
Yeah.
I love the accountability as a provider. I love the knowledge base. My patients are smart, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're smart. They come in and they've printed out stuff, or they've gotten, graphs and this and that. And this is what I've been doing, Stace, and this is where I'm at. And I'm like going, that is, you're like 3 months ahead. This is awesome.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate when Heather and I came in to meet with you, I felt like we were able to hit the ground running, because you asked the questions and we had the things that we've been doing, and she's, hey, I'm doing this and da, 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 and like, woo.
Well, you've been doing this for a while.
Well, true. Also the interwebs and stuff, like, again, I have my niche of, and this is why we don't do any of the nutrition stuff or anything like that anymore. Like,
it's too much.
It's too much. It's just too much. I can do reps and sets and programs and whatnot.
I can build your muscles.
Eat a salad and some chicken, and
get your protein.
Have a sweet potato, and we're good.
Yum.
I'm not one to dive down the rabbit hole. I'm just not good at it.
I'm not either to that point. I think of food as fuel, which I think we both do. But I also think of food as a tool that we can use to alter the way our bodies respond. Right?
100%.
So, if we can have that and understand, okay, if I eat a piece of pie with ice cream, my sugar is going to go a little crazy and I'm going to fall out a little bit.
Yeah.
And I won't be as productive, or I'm going to feel more sluggish than if I was to eat a spinach salad with maybe half a chicken breast, and I chased it with, a big glass of my protein water or whatever that might look like. I'm going to feel like, I could still go.
Yep.
And I don't need to curl up on a couch or a recliner or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but we have to be smart about that.
Yes.
We have to be smart about what we put into our bodies, because I think we mentioned you are what you eat.
Yeah.
I think we beat that over the head a couple times last time we talked.
Yeah.
So,
well, and then I think this dives into, and we took a nice 15-minute intro here to get into so the mental health piece of, what we're trying to get, because again, we talked about, different treatment options, actual real pharmaceuticals, which, are an option.
They are.
Might not be the best option. We talked
Depends on the
about
person.
more, alternative approaches, to things. However, again, it's amazing to me how the phrase mental health was not used when we were growing up.
I never heard of it.
I never outside of you're talking about like the insane asylum in some movie, that we were watching.
Yeah, a scary movie.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it was made out to be so not right.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a mental health hospital that was a privately owned, and we heard horror stories about the patients there and the care that they got. And that's what I grew up with. I mean, and then I can also attest to, that's when, the stigma was so thick with any kind of, you didn't have meds.
Yeah.
You didn't have medications. And if you did, you never talked about them ever, because God forbid you were one of those.
Yeah.
But then again, we've had a huge increase in suitable diagnosis, suitable billing diagnoses, if you haven't seen that. I mean, I've seen a lot of that in women's health. All of a sudden we've got diagnoses for things that I'm like, man, when I was growing up, that was just something you dealt with. And now they've got a diagnosis for it. And that way they can bill insurance. And I'm like, but are you fixing the problem? Or are you just giving it a diagnosis code? Where does it go?
Very good question.
I mean, I wonder though. I mean, because great. Okay. Now they're going to be heard. The patient's going to be heard. And I love that. But are they being heard and then have a diagnosis code attached to a a chart that's there basically forever. Let's face it. Has anybody ever tried to get something removed off their chart?
Yeah.
It's next to impossible.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was a possibility.
Yeah. It's like, okay, so I've not been I'm saying this hypothetically, you're a diabetic and all of a sudden you're not a diabetic because you've changed everything, or else you were a high blood pressure patient and you've changed your lifestyle and you're not a high blood pressure patient. You're not on any drugs, but yet hypertension and diabetes or pre-diabetic conditions are still attached to, and so every time you go in, what are you doing for this? I'm like, well, I haven't had that diagnosis in 12 years, but it's still somewhere in the train, so, but, the whole way we were, or the exposure, I should say, to mental health, when we were younger, especially when I was younger, was, very sad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Yeah. Well, and I think if we look at it now, so many of us are so susceptible to having mental health issues, however you define it, which is goofy. But I think we're so susceptible because we're not doing the normal things that humans should be doing on a daily basis to not have mental health issues. Because if you sit in a room with your phone scrolling about how great everyone else is and how much, and think about how reflect on how awful your life is. Yeah. I mean, of course you're going to have mental health issues.
Isn't that scary? This is our society.
And I think it's even worse with the kids. I think that's scary.
Oh, without a doubt.
And I think I say worse with the kids. I don't think it's good with the adults either.
Look at how our society has withdrawn.
Yeah.
They blamed a lot of it on COVID, which I get.
Yeah.
I get that.
COVID
was a
did not help that.
long 500 years.
Yes.
It seems like that. And we're still living it. I still treat, vaccine injuries. I still treat long COVID. I know it's still a thing, but we have minimized, or not all of us, but some have minimized the role it played on our mental psyche. We're not meant to be enclosed. No. That's like
I love that we're doing a podcast without a mask. That's gosh.
I would do that anyways, right? We're those people.
Yeah.
We're those weirdos. But I do think you're right. I think that the phone, the tablets, I know we talked about this too, where you go out to a restaurant. If you go out to eat, I don't do it very often, but if you go out to eat and you sit and you see babies, toddlers with devices.
Yeah.
And I'm like going, what? How do they learn table, manners or table dynamics? Yeah. If mom and dad are talking and they want to say something, how do you teach that? Yeah. And I get it. It's hard. I mean, I have 3 children and I know what it's like. I have 3 grandchildren and they're all very much in tune with, technology. Yeah. And I know you've got young ones too.
It's amazing how quick they can be with it.
Good Lord. They're better than I am.
I've never had to teach my kid anything on a phone. They figure it out.
No, they teach me. Yeah. My granddaughter, my oldest, she's like, Grandma, I can't believe you don't know how to do this. I go, really? You can't? Because I'm never on it, for one. And if I am on it, I'm usually looking something up or listen to a podcast. And she goes, well, you can do this or this. And I'm like, no, I really don't need to know that. I'll never do it.
Yeah.
But she sure can. She can turn that phone into like a movie device.
Yeah. It's funny how Dad, just hit that. What? Oh, that does work. Okay. Nicely done.
Forget it, man.
Nicely done.
I don't know.
So when we're talking mental health and we're talking lifestyle, exercise, food. This could be 2 hours.
Oh my goodness!
But if we break this down,
we're going to break it down.
10 minutes, Stacey. Okay,
let's first of all, we're going to do a flashback because you know how much fun that is. No drugs involved with the flashback. All right, we're going to go over real quickly the neurotransmitters and their definitions, because remember, the neurotransmitters are us. That's everything from memory to mood, sympathy, all that stuff. So verbatim, they influence mood, focus, sleep, stress, stress response, memory, digestion. Remember, we talked about the gut-brain connection and motivation. So serotonin, mood, sleep, gut balance. Dopamine, motivation, focus, reward. We love dopamine. GABA, calm. Oh, the nervous system. Kind of just gives the nervous system a moment. Kind of dumbs it down. Glutamate, brain activation and learning. Glutamate is very, very important for our children. Glutamate is very important for our young people. Well, for our seniors. Because we never turn off our learning, right? We never turn off that. But what we do struggle with is comprehension or loss thereof or slowed. So these things are big. Acetylcholine, memory, and cognition. All right, what do they need? What do neurotransmitters need? One big thing, protein. What's protein?
Amino acids.
Thank you. Where do we get our protein from? What's a really great, easy way to get protein?
Most meat products.
Thank you. We all eat meat. Well, the majority of us eat meat. Some of us don't, but then we get it through other sources, right? Protein powder shakes are very easy to utilize. Get a clean shake, add some things to it, make it your own, blah, blah, blah. You can get how many grams in a protein shake? 30, 40 grams, depending on how you make that shake on top of any additional stuff. Protein, neurotransmitters, protein, brain. Protein also muscle health. I mean, we need that. I mean, gadzooks. I mean, the brain is a muscle, so you got to work that. Protein also can help with sustainability, like weight loss, weight management, because with protein, it does curb our sugar addictions or our sugar needs, I should say, which we don't need sugar. But if you were to do this, let's say that you're going to a dessert party. We all have those. And you know that you're going to be pulled into that sugar conniption. What I recommend, and it is written, eat protein before. Protein can curb the sugar component of the brain. So
very satiating.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Plus, it provides your system with the energy that you're lacking that's driving the sugar. Because our body will say, hey, look, I need a little bit of a push here. I need a handful of jelly beans. Oh my gosh. Have a beef stick or have some jerky or suck down your protein shake. Or grab some high quality, really healthy Greek yogurt with some fruit on it.
Well, and if you eat that, I mean, what you're talking about with that protein shake, you take that protein shake, you put some spinach in there, so some whatever almond milk of something, you're throwing a banana, all of a sudden that's a very satiating deal that you're
have you
putting
drank
down.
yours and felt like, holy crap, I'm so full. I mean, I've had shakes where I'm like, there is no way I'm finishing this. I put too much in it, and I'm like, wait a minute, I only put like 3 items in it. But that's what it does. So, okay, if you can't drink the whole 30 grams, and it usually ends up being closer to 40, 50, put it in the fridge and suck on it all day long. Because when you have that urge, because most of them taste good. Let's face it. I mean, if you're going to put a banana in something,
and you can make it taste good. And I think I encourage people. I think some people are, I don't like how it tastes. Well,
change it.
Do it? Yeah.
Make it your own.
Get creative. I don't know if I can put it. Try it. Just put it in there.
Have
Add
fun.
some honey. I don't care.
Little organic maple syrup goes a long way.
A little sweet. Something. Whatever it makes it. It shouldn't be drudgery. Like, I'm sucking down this awful green.
We've done that. Remember? We did that. When we were lifting, when we were younger, we ate god awful shakes. They were horrible. It was like sludge, and they were terrible in color. They stunk like dirty feet. And, I mean, maybe you didn't eat them, but I remember when I worked out in California and helped run a gym, it was nuts. That takes me to the next one. Protein, stable blood sugar. We just talked about that. Protein, blood sugar, kind of the same thing. Micronutrients, obviously, you're going to want to make sure that you are eating a well-balanced meal. And that's not Burger King, McDonald's, and then Taco Bell on day 2. You have to remember that when you think of a well-balanced meal, think of a rainbow. Gone are the days of the food pyramid. It was great when we had the food that was on there.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, we didn't have all the processes. We didn't have the fake food like we do now. Now you're looking at, when you look at your plate, it better be colorful. And I'm not talking Starbucks or Starburst, because that's colorful. But no, I'm talking vegetables and fruit and meat and some healthy carbs, these kind of things. And then I know we talked about this too, is sleep. I think we kind of beat it up a little bit, how people disregard sleep a lot. And that is not a thing. Yeah. You need your rest. Now, from a nurse, my history being on the unit and being a night nurse for so many years, my sleep was never good. Yeah. I thrived. Yeah. I thrived in that environment and never needed more than 4 or 5 hours. Well, I'm not, 25 anymore. I'm not 30. So obviously my sleep has changed.
Yeah,
And
it's
my
tough
schedule.
Being 37 now.
It is. It sucks, man. I tell you. Oh. But my schedule's changed. So now I have the luxury of, you know what, if I get home from the clinic late, 7:30, I'll try not to eat, but I'll probably do something a little lighter. I'm a big Brussels sprouts person. So Brussels sprouts. And then I'm usually winding down. And then I try to be into bed, pretty much before 8:30, 9 o'clock. Yeah. But I'm up pretty early, between 4:30 and 5, pretty religiously, because that's my time. Yeah. We all have that. Mm-hmm. But you have to dedicate time to sleep, to relax and reset your brain. Yep. Just like muscles, right? I mean, again, muscles, big brain, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I broke this down, and what I did is I tried to keep this as simple as possible, like one-offs, two-offs, these kind of things, because the way I look at it is, if you give somebody too much to do, they won't do it all, and then they'll feel like they failed. Yep. So if you break it down and you give them things that are bits and pieces, and they can put the puzzle together at the end of the week or at the end of the month or whatever that might look like for them, their achievement has been reached. Yep. Or at least they feel like they've reached a goal. So we had talked about that I strive to do, 5 to 6 supplements for my foundation, in my clinic, because I don't want people walking out with pages of supplementation. Yeah. Now, granted, we also discussed that there are moments when a patient or a member is working towards things that you may need to tweak. Mm-hmm. So you may add more creatine, or you may add more protein, or you may add more aminos, something down the road as an additive to achieve a goal. Yep. Same thing with me. Mm-hmm. If they're fighting a flare of some sort, or inflammation or whatever, or mental health, then I may have to add to it. So some of the big things. So I did this in days. So like morning with breakfast. So a protein-rich breakfast. So give me an example. Protein-rich breakfast.
Eggs,
Beautiful.
bacon, sausage.
Lovely.
Coffee.
Perfect. Wonderful. Because, you're going to put your protein in your coffee too, right? Power coffee. So protein-rich breakfast. Boom. That takes care of huge things. First, it takes care of energy, takes care of brain function, takes care of your sugars. Okay. Then you have a B complex. Bees. We love bees. Bees are great. B1, B3, B5, B6, B9, B12. Now, bees can do a ton of things. Bees can provide energy, cellular health, gut health, mental health. The thing is with bees that you have to be cautious about, and I'm only going to put this out there because there's this huge, amazing push about genetic testing, the whole mutation of genes and so on and so forth, MTHFR, CMOTS, all these different things. So MTHFR patients who have a confirmed MTHFR, their problem is the methylation component, one of them. Okay. So what I do as a rule, I apologize, is I only suggest or recommend methylated component type subs, right? So a methyl B complex would be good. That will cover your MTHFR patients or anybody who has issues with breakdown. Yep. So you have a protein-rich breakfast, you have B complex, and then an amazing omega-3. Omega-3s are omega-3s. Now remember, omega-3s we have to seek out. Yep. Unless you're sucking down salmon, sardines, mackerel, or flaxseed oil, you're going to be missing. Olive oil, great, but you're not guzzling that. Yeah. What you don't need to seek out is your omega.
Isn't olive oil more the omega 6 or 9?
It's a blend. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So, but we don't need to seek out 6s and 9s because they're everywhere else.
Yes. Yes.
But omega-3s and olive oil especially can help with your HDLs and your cholesterol component. You're happy, healthy. You want those numbers high.
Yeah.
So now you got protein-rich breakfast, B complex, and your omega-3s. Boom. That starts your day. Brain function on.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you get to midday. Now, not everybody gets a midday. Let's just face it. We don't. We get wrapped up in our day and we don't always take time. If you can take time to, one, have a boost of food, your protein-rich snack, like a meat and cheese or a beef bar, or whatever you want to do. The thing that you're going to add at this point would be possibly a magnesium glycinate or a magnesium threonate. Both very, very important. Glycinate can be restfulness, also help with muscle recovery. It's an amazing. L-threonate, magnesium threonate, crosses the blood-brain barrier, helps with the brain function. Yep. So pick one. I don't care. Whatever.
Both are good.
I love them.
Yeah.
And then the next one would be iron. Now, the only time you would actually seek out an iron replacement is if you were deficient. If you're not getting your iron in your diet, then you need to tweak your diet. Because what's the best way to get our micronutrients and our minerals? Through our diet. Okay. So I don't recommend everybody being on an iron. I recommend everybody doing greens. Kale, spinach, these kind of things, red meat, if you do that. I know people complain about kale because of the leaf and the veins and such like that. But the bottom line is you cook it down, chop it up, or blend it. I don't see the problem.
You can sneak into the smoothie.
Dude, I put kale and spinach in my meatloaf because everybody thinks it's basil. Are you kidding me? Have you ever tasted basil? No. So spinach can go anywhere.
Genius.
Just put it in your spaghetti. Put it, chop it up. Nobody knows what it is.
Nobody knows what it is.
Plus, you're the cook. You can do whatever you want. So that's your midday. Evening. So now we're trying to decompress. Okay. Now we both have crazy hours. You have young people at home, so you're running with them as well. And we don't always have a structure, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Calm the nervous system. This is our nightly thing. So you want to maybe with dinner or before bed, you're looking at, again, a second dose of Mag. Why? Because it's so good. It's so good. Either the glycinate or the L-threonate, whichever one. Now, everybody responds differently to both. I respond very strongly to glycinate as a sleep aid.
Good.
My L-threonate, it kind of turns me up a little bit. So I do that in the morning. I do my glycinate at the evening time. The other thing that you can utilize for a decompression of the brain would be L-theanine. L-theanine is a wonderful neurotransmitter support. So it will help.
Amino acid.
Calms things down, helps your body to go, hey, I'm all right. I'm going to just relax. Now, I would usually say to people, start low and slow. Because again, I don't know how you're going to react. And this is just off the cuff. So you're looking at maybe a 200 milligram beginning dose, kind of go from there. Then bedtime. So everybody has their bedtime routine. Some people, much to my chagrin, and I'm sure their own, because they don't want to scroll. They don't want to look at the screen, but some people, that's their escape. So, if you're going to do that, make sure you have the blue light protection on and make sure that you're not watching it in darkness, because that itself will turn the brain up. You're looking for possibly some 5-HTP, tryptophan, tyrosine, which is can help with fatigue and such like that. These are like one-offs. You can use these as you throw in. The other thing that you can look at too, now, choline is in our eggs, and we love this. I personally think eggs are like what did I hear the other day? I was watching a multivitamin. Wow. One egg is so loaded. It doesn't matter how you cook it.
Especially the amino acid profile of the egg is incredible.
It's nuts. So I think to myself, if you can't have a cooked egg, whichever, I don't care how you do it, then hard boil yourself up a dozen eggs at the beginning of the week. and use those as your cheats.
You got them. Yep.
I mean, what a great thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I need a quick breakfast. I need a quick lunch.
Yeah.
You know,
I need a snack.
Hey, yeah, I'm a little hungry after, you know, whatever it is. Just,
exactly.
Yes. It's
and you know, you can do anything with it.
Mhm.
You can chop it up and add avocado.
Yep.
You
Sounds
can
delicious.
chunk on it and with
Yeah.
some salt, mineral salt.
Mhm.
Boom, you're getting some minerals. Boom, you're getting that wonderful load of protein.
Yep.
So anyway, so eggs. So that's your kind of your easy thing. Big takeaway is omega-3s are amazing.
Yep.
Omega-3s are going to help with cholesterol, blood flow, inflammation.
Yep. I was going to say that.
Big time.
Yep.
Inflammation.
So especially if you're working out,
Oh my Lord.
you know, and you're, oh gosh, I'm
Joint pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And, you know, so I take a lot of omega-3s. I probably should draw my labs again, but I take a lot of omega-3s because I don't do ibuprofen. So my omega-3 is my ibuprofen.
Yep.
So for me, you know, I take a good chunk of it. And then I have like my regular dose, and then I may take an additional couple here or there for whatever's come my way. The other thing would be the magnesium. Magnesium. I can't tell you. I think magnesium is just an amazing tool in many, many facets.
Yep.
Many facets. I mean, not only can you use certain magnesium like citrate for occasional constipation. I mean, you got the threonate, you got the glycinate. These things together as this little family, they can really help your body heal. So also good. And then of course the methylated B complex, which is good. So that kind of is like a day. Neurotransmitters respond to one protein, big time. The supplementation, gut health, movement. They love, your brain loves movement.
Yep.
And I know that I can't even imagine how many stories you might have where you've seen somebody come into your club, to your gym, and they look just lost or maybe sad or pissed off, you know, these things, or maybe they're going through some really true drama at their home, and you know what's happening, and you see them come in, and when they're working out, you can see the change.
Yeah.
Isn't it nuts?
Mm-hmm. I think it's interesting within an hour session, like somebody will come in, you know, and they'll be, you could just tell that they're off, you know, and they had a crappy day, and they're just, you know, they're upset with everybody and blah, 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 blah.
Change everything.
And then all of a sudden they get a little workout, and then all of a sudden at the end of the workout, they're joking around.
Slapping high five,
and
man.
It just, they're being goofy.
Yeah.
Hey, see you tomorrow. Da. And I was like, well, okay, that's, you know,
isn't it amazing?
it's a big deal. That's why if we go back to the COVID stuff, which I don't want to, but like that's why, you know, no wonder everybody was so upset.
Oh God, we were in a bad place.
Terrible place.
I mean, and not all of us have recovered from that. And I know it's going to be a journey, but rather than, you know, we dwelled on being locked up, whereas, you know, we could have done so much.
Yeah.
We could have done so much being those reclusive people. We could have maximized our health.
Yeah.
Because we could have worked out at home. I mean, you don't need a gym.
You don't.
I'm not trying to diss on you.
You're not wrong.
But I'm saying you could do push-ups. You can do jumping jacks. You can walk around the house. You can run around the house. You can go outside.
Yeah.
You know,
you can do yard work. You can
you
can
do anything.
move the wheelbarrow. You can push the lawnmower. Like, and honestly, it's probably better than the gym often because we don't have the sun in here.
Right.
I'm trying to get our to open up the roof a little bit, close it when it rains, obviously, but then open it up on the sunny days, and that'd be incredible.
I would love that.
Yeah,
but you know what? We didn't do that because we dwelled. Everybody dwelled, and we were stuck on the TV. We were dwelling, and social media, and everything that was being said, and the fear. We had so much fear, you know. So, anywho, okay. So I talked about movement, and I'm going to tell you this. I think that we're at this pivotal point. You know, I know that we had talked about everybody goes to the gym January 1st. They make this big, huge commitment, blah, blah, blah. But I think people forget it's not an hour. Yeah. It's not 30 minutes. It's any minutes, any minutes at all. Yep. And I'm going to always push for people to move after a meal because that intensifies the body's ability to digest. It also helps settle, and you'll get things moving better. Yeah. So you're not
blood sugar.
Hello.
Yes.
So
that little, oh my gosh, everybody's using it, but I can't. Stan Efferding. He's the author of The Vertical Diet.
Yeah,
I don't know everything that is within it, but he's a massive power lifter who's done some steroids, but he looks phenomenal. But his thing is a 10-minute walk after every meal.
That's all we ask.
Like you eat, you walk 10 minutes. It could be.
You could walk around your house.
You could.
You can do the stairs, go up, hit every bedroom, shut every door, come back down the stairs and do it again.
Yeah.
We're talking 10 minutes and everybody can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people
literally
say,
vacuum. You could be more productive,
please.
Walking,
yes.
vacuuming,
I would love
blah,
that.
blah, blah,
Yes. Maybe I should send that.
Is your husband listening to this? Is this
doubt
thing
it.
on?
He's
Is
probably
this thing-
sleeping, to be honest with you. I will tell you, lastly, I want to end this little blip. The biggest thing is, we live in this amazing state, Illinois, and we have the weather to support that.
Something.
So
yeah.
One thing I cannot stress, and I think we've talked about this too, is that if you can at all safely get outside.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have a warm front. Apparently it's going to be in the 40s. So that's ridiculous. Yeah. I guess it's here.
Oh, wow.
So this week would be a great week to take your 10 minutes, grab your partner's hand, get your kids and walk around for 10, 15 minutes. I mean, I don't care if it's in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
I don't care if you walk down the driveway, back the driveway, skipped and hopped and jumped, whatever it may be. But that sun, that fresh air is priceless.
Big deal.
Big deal.
And we talk like that is really, and we just talked about all the things like, oh, it's after you do it after a meal and it's good for digestion and bringing it back to the mental health piece.
Yeah.
We're inside, we're getting all the fluorescent lights.
Oh my gosh.
We look so good right now because of these lights, hitting us right here. But you get out in the sun, vitamin D.
Yes.
Which hard to get through. You can get it through supplementation, obviously,
but hard to get through fluorescent light bulbs.
Almost impossible.
Yeah.
Much better through the sun, and you could still absorb through the eyes and stuff like that. It's nice to get the skin and stuff.
Now you're supposed to go outside as soon as the sun, creeps up and look into the sky and get your blip. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I challenge people to do that because it really helps.
Yeah.
I mean, I was doing it for quite a while where, because I'm the one that I'm always the first one up. I'd walk downstairs, let the dogs out, and I'd go out there no matter the weather. And I'd look to wherever it would be. And I'm like going, man, this is my day.
Yeah.
I have a moment with God, have a moment with the fresh air and, then go scoop dog poop.
Yeah.
It's my thing. It was like, okay, this is a good day.
Yeah.
And gonna be a good day. Because we go to work and it's dark.
Yep.
We go home from work and it's dark.
Yep.
If we don't grab those moments of true sunshine, then that means we can go days without it.
Yeah.
Days.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about you, but like at my clinic, I have the good LED lights, the ones that are supposed to help with health and mental wellness, but it's still false.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's still false.
Still not the sun.
And I know that there are lights out there. Like I have patients that utilize the light box because of the seasonal depression. And there's a thing. That is a thing. But you got to get out. You got to grasp that moment.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah.
But that kind of wraps it up. I just, I wanted to circle back and make sure that everybody knew that you have the potential to really help your brain be its best self. And remember, the gut-brain connection is so strong. And I know we talked about this before, and I'm saying that a lot, but I can't say it enough. You are what you eat. And if you want to be better, eat better.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Such a crazy thought right there.
I mean,
yeah.
But and then again, I know that we fall down a little bit, but we're meant to get up.
Yeah.
We've got 365 days a year to start over every day. The resolutions that people make, I think are really cool and I hope they achieve them. But I think that we need to do that every day.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, when you got up this morning, what was your thought after you had a moment to collect yourself? I mean, what were you going to do? What was your what was your goal today?
Gosh.
Putting you on the spot.
Well, no, it was a very, so it was my wife's first day back to school today.
Oh yeah. Oh,
the kids actually have today off. They're not in
Oh.
school, but Heather had to go to school. A lot of schools, not her school, but have like teacher work days today just to get them
going.
Start tomorrow. Not her. She's jumping right into it. So my thought was get out of bed and make my wife breakfast. Little egg sandwich.
Nice.
To go with the egg theme.
I love it.
And then this is terrible. Like my day's pretty, and I knew it because I looked at it, last night and knew podcasting today. And Coach Sam is out this week, and so I'm on a vacation, which is great that he's on a vacation. But I have to work harder now. Oh, geez, Sam. But I knew I had to coach this morning, and I knew after this I'm working out, and then I have to run home and get the kids and bring them back, and then I have to coach again, and they're going to work out, and then Heather's going to come, she's going to work out, and then she's going to take them to wrestling practice, and so I guess I had everything in my mind.
You had your schedule.
Well, and from a workout perspective, I want to keep I'm on a nice little groove, and obviously it's very convenient when you own a gym, and I can be flexible with the workout, but not really. I scheduled it no different than anybody else.
I was going to say, you don't have a lot of time.
There's not I have to, and I get in trouble where I'll be here and people will want to talk to me. Mm-hmm. I will want to talk to people.
But you're also trying to work out.
Yes. Yeah. I've seen other gym owners get memberships. This is why I joked about Vasa at other gyms just so they can get out and have their time.
I see that.
And
I understand.
That's hilarious. I'm like, that's great. I have my own thing. I can do my own thing.
You're invisible.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. So I have those habits kind of dialed in. And
Good.
So when it comes to, at least the habit of working out, nutrition can always be better. I'll tell you that.
I'm right there with you.
And again, with the ebb and flows of the stress and whatnot are a thing. Yeah. But I do think that when it comes down, and especially when you're talking the mental health piece, because I think we all get down. It used to be, again, back in the day, only the crazy people, mental health, but now it's everyone. Because again, if you're just this, scrolling, you're gonna have your ups and your downs, and there are days where you're just stressed out. You just want to lie down. You grab your phone, you look, it just enrages you even more and whatnot. But if you get outside, you get some exercise. If you're like Ken and you get on that committed club,
12 days,
and you spread that out, and couple it with the lifestyle, with the nutrition. If you want to add some supplementation onto that, you eat good protein, fruits, vegetables. We talked the supplementation thing, but you said it earlier, and I didn't mean to glaze over, but the greens, eat greens, eat the fruits and veggies, get that great fiber. You can do good things with supplementation also. Well, but magnesium's in a lot of those green things.
Our first choice is always nutrition.
Always nutrition.
I mean, it goes, and we talked about this to the max. It was exercise, nutrition, supplementation.
Yes.
And remember, sleep was overriding all of that.
100%.
So, it's not that I'm pushing supplements, but man, I'm pushing the fact that if you can't ingest what you're supposed to, what your body needs, it's not supposed to, it's what your body needs, then you have to find, you have to do a gimme. I'm going to need to take magnesium because I didn't eat what I needed to today. And I don't have it in storage. I don't have it there. And I'm right there. I'm right there. I mean, I went off the wagon, man, and I'm climbing back on that wagon and trying to make sure my protein, because women, we struggle with protein. We do. You guys do amazing with your protein, but females, unless they are driven, man, it's hard. Man, because we don't eat that much, and what we do eat is not that. I mean, just to get half my body weight in grams of protein, dude, I
gotta
can't.
attack it.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I actually have to have most of my protein in the morning. And then I'm miserable, seriously miserable for about 2-3 hours afterwards, because then I usually go to work and then I'm sedentary, right? So it is certainly a struggle to even maintain the muscle mass that I'm losing as I age. So it is a thing. And then when you look at the protein and the importance of protein in every facet, head to toe, hormones, protein. I mean, dude, it's everything.
Well, and it's funny. If you haven't seen the Peter Tia on 60 Minutes.
I'm going to have to look it up.
He's,
I did not see
fantastic. He wrote the book. He just, this last, year and a half or so, Outlive, where he's looking at.
No, I have that book.
He's famous.
Yeah, I have that book.
It's so good. And it just, I love how he goes through things. And so finally he was on 60 Minutes. And like,
when was he on 60 Minutes?
I don't,
it was a while ago?
A couple months ago.
Okay. All right. I'll have to look it up.
But you know how they talk in 60 Minutes. Dr. Tia actually, and it's funny because they said it in this hokey way, Dr. Tia, I'm going to not quote this exactly, but something to the point. Dr. Tia claims that you need to have twice the recommended protein that the U.S. whatever DA is,
which is true.
It is, and they said it in such a way where it's like, we can't believe what we're reporting here.
Yeah, gotta
like
love
crazy
that.
Dr. Tia. Dr. Tia, is this what you really believe? You and I have been saying this for years.
It is
years.
I mean,
and it takes us this long to get it up to
60 Minutes.
Oh my
gosh. Do people even watch 60 Minutes anymore?
My mom does.
That's
so
it. That generation. Yes. I remember growing up.
Maybe I need more protein, Adam. Yes, cornflakes, Mom, are not doing it for you first thing in the morning.
And first of all, who does cornflakes?
My mom does. But yes.
Isn't that funny? Yes. I can't remember the last time I had a bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
Do you do cereal?
No.
I seriously cannot remember the last time I had a bowl of cereal.
No. You know what's crazy though? Magic Spoon. Are you familiar?
I've heard. I want to buy my granddaughters all that stuff.
So it is funny because they have done such a crazy creative job of having these cereals that like there's one that is like Fruit Loops.
Yes.
And there's one is
but did you see the ingredients?
Yes. A lot of whey protein.
You can actually read them.
You can.
I'm like going.
There was something about sitting down because we get and I need to go back because we're completely out. We've been out for a little bit. We have a raw milk guy.
Oh, yeah.
And so we get it straight out of the cow. And there is something nostalgic about sitting down with a bowl of something that tastes like Fruit Loops, with my raw milk. I'm like, this is absolutely delicious. Like, this is so good.
It's amazing. I
think back of when I was like 10 years old, and I'm like, oh my, like this is just.
I remember
my kids don't appreciate it nearly the way I do.
Well, they were raised with boxed cereal.
Yes,
I mean, my kids were too, but I was raised. We never could have sugared cereal. We never got sugared cereal ever. So we made sugared cereal. I mean, come on, let's face it. You're not going to tell me, okay, I can have Wheaties or cornflakes or Rice Krispies, which is great. But I'll tell you, between my sister and my brother and I, the sugar bowl would be empty because we would put the milk on there and then you got to sugar it because then the milk holds the sugar.
Oh, yeah.
And then you drink all the sugar granules at the bottom of the bowl because it's just sugar milk.
Best part of breakfast. Oh my gosh.
That's right. And so it's weird because nowadays, these kids get this cereal and it's so sweet.
Yeah.
Have you even tried some of their cereal? It's nuts. Yeah. I look at them, I going, how is it that you can even eat this? Yeah. Even the Cheerios honey grain or honey nut Cheerios. Yeah. I'm like, that's nuts. Yeah. But anywho, so you are what you eat. Mental health, the gut brain connection is a thing. If you want to feel better, eat better, move your butt. Move your butt. And if you need supplementation, don't go willy-nilly and just suck down everything on TikTok. Yeah. Okay, you guys, because remember, your genes allow you to absorb, and it can also block some absorption and the breakdown. And that's a thing. That's not a made up thing. I mean, that's not just a Gary Brecka thing. That's a thing. There's gene mutations out there that the body is tweaking. And if you're going to take supplementation, you need to know why you're taking it, how to take it, and what not to take it with. Yeah. Because like iron, people will do iron supplementation and they'll drink it with their cup of coffee. Well, you just blocked all your iron. Mm-hmm. You took it with your yogurt. Well, you just blocked your iron because calcium and caffeine, they block that iron absorption. You've got to be smart. Yeah. Don't waste your money on something. Take it and then expect great results, but you're blocking all the absorption.
And is it iron with the vitamin C?
Iron and vitamin C. You always want to chase it with a vitamin C. You always, whether you take it with a blend or you just you eat it with an orange or whatever.
Yeah, there we go. Drink your orange juice. And
or better yet, eat kale and spinach. Yeah. Because that is everything. Yeah. You can do everything with that. And I don't even care how you cook it. Yeah. Just eat a lot of it 3-4 times a week.
And this is what I would challenge people with, because there's we just threw out a lot of stuff here. Okay. There's a lot written on these papers, there's a lot. So between all the things, supplementation, good. Food, good. Regular lifestyle, going to bed at whatever time, good. Exercise, good. If you're able to look yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm good at this, this needs work. Focus on that.
That's
thing.
right. You're right.
Get that thing done. I know for me personally, for years, it was food was decent. Exercise was solid. Supplementation has always been great. It was the sleep that was killing me.
Yeah.
If you identify that, like what's your big domino here? What's your big thing? Because if you keep doing the same thing, like if you're like, oh, I don't really like working out, blah 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 blah. I mean, I guess you don't have to work out.
No,
it's going to come back to bite you early on.
Yeah, do something.
It's going to be rough. I have a buddy of mine that just started working out here at the gym. I think it's been a while since he's worked out.
Nice.
I love him to pieces. I coached him through his second workout here, and he was dying. He was absolutely dying. But he felt much better at the end of that workout, and he knows he needs this. And I'm thrilled for him, proud of him, because he puts so much into his job. He happens to be a teacher, so they get pulled in 14,000 different ways. For his son, running him around to the sports things and being a good dad and stuff like that, super important. But just hasn't taken care of himself with this, and it's going to come back to bite you.
Do that.
And it like that. That is a big thing. Like you could, Adam, I don't like eating fill in the blank food. Like part of me is like, you're a friggin' adult, guys. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't like green vegetables.
Really?
I don't, you're an adult. You can't not.
How can you say that?
Choke it down. Do exactly what we're talking about. Put it in a blender. Something. But
get some dried. I don't care.
That's where at some point,
how hard is it?
You have to be an adult. And I'm not saying I like every vegetable, fruit, whatever, and I'm definitely not perfect with any of it. But like of these things that we're running through, like at some point, if you keep skating them, they're going to come back to bite you, and probably at a younger age than what you.
Well, and it's going to be younger and younger.
Yeah.
The more we make accommodations for our, I don't wanna, these whatever, you're going to see that. It's going to affect you sooner. Yeah. And gone will be the days when our grandparents were living until 90, 96, 98 and being healthy and living on their own. Now it's going to be in their 70s or in their 80s and they're living with someone or they're in a facility or their brain is not the way it should be. Yeah. You have right now today. You decide.
Yeah. When we talked, I don't know if this is on the podcast or is this before we hit record, but Atia talks about in that it's 75 is where the drop off happens.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to see people drop at 75.
If they don't do something.
Or you're going to see people go into that 90, 95.
Yeah.
And because of the four things that we talked about.
We all want to be as high functioning as we possibly can until the day. I mean, my thing is I tell a lot of my patients this, and I know it's maybe hokey or whatever, but I don't want to die while I'm living.
Yeah.
I want to live until I'm dead. And you know what? Do you get it?
That was so good.
No, but seriously, do you get it?
100%.
I mean, man, if I walked out and got hit by a truck, I know I have lived until I'm dead. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to be that person that is dying every day.
Yeah. The strain on your family,
all of it.
Strain on your love.
All of it. No. Dude, no. I want to go until I hit a wall and I just drop. And I think that's everybody's thing, but I don't think they understand the meaning. Yeah. It's about, I'm going to push and push and push and push and push until I can't.
I want to be elk hunting at the age of 90 and accidentally slip off a mountain and there Adam.
And be right there.
He did good.
Yeah.
He did good.
There lies
coordination a little lacking, but
should have wore those boots.
He was
better.
Good. That's okay. The Bears will find him. He'll be okay.
Well, you're being right back into it. That's my thing. I don't, and that takes us back again mentally. I could be really down. Yeah. I could get really sad. I listen to a lot of things. I hear a lot of things. And you know what? I could be very sad and be very withdrawn and with all the stuff that comes on me.
Yeah.
But you know what I think about? You know what? We're going to get through today.
Mhm.
We're going to get through today. We're going to get into tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be a new day. And I'm going to try to find something better.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to find something better for that patient. I'm going to try to find a light that they can focus on for this week.
Yeah.
You know, and it isn't about, you can't fix everybody. You can't.
Yeah.
You just can't.
No.
Even in your world, you
Yeah.
can't fix everybody. You can't make them come work out. You can't even keep them working out,
Yeah.
or they can't get the body that they want, whatever. But what I can do is I can be on the journey with them,
Yeah.
and I can support them, and I can lift them, and I can work just as hard as they are.
Yeah.
You know, I can try to give them ideas. And you know what? It's a learning process. I am not great at all. I try to find something, or I delve into things to try to identify what might be better, especially for mental health. Everybody goes through stuff, man. And I deal with a lot of patients that have PTSD related to medical.
Yeah.
And that is harsh. I mean, how do you recover from being sick for 15 years and not knowing anything else, being a diagnosis?
Yeah.
How do you recover from that?
Yeah.
You know, how am I supposed to help you with that? I can help you work on the diagnosis part, but your mental health component,
Yeah.
that is a journey.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know, every day we get the opportunity to be around some amazing people.
Yeah.
And if we can be a part of the positive journey, then haven't we done our thing?
Done our thing.
Done our thing. So, but anyways,
It is very rewarding.
It is.
What we get to do.
Oh my gosh. I can't see myself ever just stopping this. I have so much fun.
Yeah. Well, you're helping a ton of people.
But it's like more than that. It's
Yeah.
like my friends.
Mhm.
Everybody I have come in before they leave after their first visit, we have shared more than they have shared with their provider in ever.
Yeah. Well, you've also taken more time than any provider ever.
But you know what? How do you know if
Yeah.
you don't
Mhm.
hear,
Mhm.
if you don't listen to them? You know, how do I know that, you know, when they were a kid, they saw something that scared them and it's been in their brain forever?
Yeah.
Or that they've been sick and haven't been able to eat, you know, pineapples for 100 years because they're afraid they're going to choke on it.
Yeah.
You know, these things are mind blowing.
Yeah.
You learn a lot about a person when you just listen.
Yeah.
Or hear.
Yeah.
So anyways,
Well, Stacey, speaking of
that's
that,
it. Yeah,
you have a client to get to.
I do.
You do.
I've got to go.
Is-
We wanted to talk about possibly revisiting the menopausal world.
Yes.
And I would love to do that.
That'll be fun.
Oh, it will be fun. We
I'm-
touched base on hormones before, but we're
We
going to
have.
go just strictly female.
Yes, and that's going to be a fun episode for me.
I
So,
know
guys,
it will be.
tune in for a pre-peri menopause conversation.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Where I sit here and just listen to what Stacey's saying,
Shakes in his boots.
and then ask random questions
as a man,
as a man,
as a husband,
as a husband, caring husband
I know. I feel
loving
that.
husband.
I know you are.
that has no idea what's going on at times.
But you know what? You're right. And you know what? We don't either.
Yes.
So you're not
That's
alone
what
in
I'm
that.
learning.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
You're on a roller coaster with a blindfold.
It is.
You're just
Oh,
like,
wow.
whee!
It's a good time.
Going up, going down. We don't know. We don't know where we're
no
going.
idea. Give us 2 days and we'll tell you.
Yes.
It's terrible. Terrible. But we'll talk about
I'm
that.
hot. I'm cold. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what I am actually.
Our
I
poor
don't know.
thermostat. The buttons are wearing out.
Yeah, it needs a new battery. I love it. I love it. So thank you. Thank you. I
That'll be
look forward to our next conversation.
Stacey, people want to find out more about you and everything you guys do. Go to
Yes, Wellness Refinery. We're down in Roscoe, just down the road a bit. You can text us. Always easy to text 815-979-2126, or you can look up the website at wellnessrefineryclinic.com.
There we go.
Thank you guys.
Stacey,
thank you,
thank you
my
so
dear.
much. Yes, no, that was fun.
Yes.
Listeners, thanks for listening. We'll catch you on the next one.
That's all we have for you today. If you have any questions or want to chat or interested in seeing what we're up to in between episodes, head over to Instagram and Facebook and follow @OakStrength. Also check us out at oakstrength.com. If you like this episode, please share it with someone who wants to live happy, healthy, and strong. If you really liked it, subscribe and review the Happy, Healthy, Strong podcast on iTunes or Spotify. Be sure to tune back in next week and remember to keep owning your health.